Processing a sales order return is a common occurrence for many businesses. Often the customer is on the phone and the user wants to respect their time and process the return as quickly as possible. On the right is the Add Invoice Details form from the previous release. As you can see, the filter options are limited and require the user to know the reference number or invoice number to find the item to return. The customer doesn't always know the original invoice number, and without that information, the user is scrambling to search through numerous orders to find the line item to be returned, taking up precious time for both the customer and the employee. Today, I will demonstrate the new search criteria on the Add Invoice Details form that will enable the user to quickly find the original document containing the item to be returned. I'll also show you a new side panel that provides visibility to all returns against an order. Let's now jump into the demonstration where I'll show you the power of the new capabilities designed to increase employee productivity and customer service by streamlining the creation of a sales order return and improve visibility to return history. Imagine our customer, USA Bartending School, has called and wants to return a few products. As in previous versions, I'll begin the creation of a return by identifying an order type of RC, identify the customer, USA Bartending School, and select the Add Invoice button where I can search for line items to be returned. The first item ABC Bartending School wants to return is a 12-pack of Coca-Cola. They don't know the inventory ID, but they know the sales order number. Using the filters, I'll enter a type of SO and enter the order number. The system has limited my view to line items on this sales order. In this example, there's only one line item. In 24R1, additional columns have been added to assist in processing a return. Original quantity. This was labeled quantity in the previous version and could not be overridden here. Available for return. This quantity will reflect if the item has already been returned or partially returned. Quantity to return. This will default to the available to return quantity, but can be overridden for a partial return. Also notice there are links to the original sales order and invoice should you need to access additional information. To proceed with the return process, click on the unlabeled checkbox in the left column. The quantity to return defaults to the full return amount of $7,800, but USA Bartending only wants to return 10. I'll override the quantity and add the line item to the return. If ABC Bartending didn't know the original sales order number, I could try to find the line item by using the filter Inventory ID. Since I know they're returning cola, I used cola to search and find the product that I'm looking for. Several line items appear. The customer recalls the time frame of the original sales order, so I use that information to filter my search further by date. From there, I can find the line item to be returned. I select the line item, accepting the default quantity, and add the line item to the return. ABC Bartending also wants to return a Keurig machine, which is a serialized item. I'll start by searching for the product. Notice, because I have entered a serial type item, the system has opened up the search field for serial number. The customer provides a lengthy serial number, and using the new filter at the top, I key in a portion of the number and easily find it. I then select the line item, accepting the default quantity to return, and select Add at the bottom of the screen. Finally, ABC Bartending School wants to return a stapler that is a component of a new employee desk kit they purchased. I'll start by searching by inventory ID. And because the customer only wants to return a component of the kit, I'll select the Show Non-Stock Kits by Component box. The system displays the full list of components for this kit and how many were purchased. I'll select the stapler component to return, changing the quantity to return to 1. And as this is the last item to be returned, I'll select Add and Close. As you can see, all the line items I've entered for return are visible on the Return for Credit, and we can continue to process the return. As I mentioned at the start of this video, In 24R1, there is a new side panel providing visibility to return information processed against a sales order. You'll find this panel will come in handy should there be questions about the return in the future. The new side panel tab, labeled Related Returns Document, can be accessed from both the sales order list and from the sales order view itself. The top of the form displays a summary of the sales order, displaying the total quantity on shipments and the total quantity on returns in the item's base unit of measure. The Related Return Documents table shows links to return orders, as well as related shipments and AR documents. Had there been a dropship vendor return, the links to the returns and their AP documents would show here as well. The return documents by line list the inventory IDs of the items in the sales order lines and links to the respective return orders and return invoices. In summary, in 24R1, the customer returns process has been streamlined, improving employee productivity and customer service. New filters on the Add Invoice Detail form make it quicker and easier to find line items to add to a return. And the new Related Returns Document side panel provides visibility to all returns against a sales order.